Pre-recorded from my garage, it's the show that wants to trainer battle more people, but is too scared to lose all of his points that he has earned. Sitting beside me, my partner T. Watson. I'm Anthony Mariona. Welcome to SPL Live. On today's show, David Grivin has impressed so far this season as he remains undefeated heading into Week 5. Is there an end in sight for his dominance at Hammerhead? Meanwhile, Mike Moreno storms back into the mix, finishing Week 4 with 12 points after going 3-0 and winning a trainer battle against Zeke. Surprising? Who knows? We'll figure it out. And finally, T's tiers list, where we might be able to actually see all of the trainers listed for the first time this season, which I think I'm really excited about. T, how about you?
No.
You suck. So we'll go ahead and start with David Grivin, yet again going undefeated at Hammerhead. This makes 4 weeks in a row where no one's been able to slow him down. The guy is just playing, out of his mind right now. And he's using Lost Box Tina still. I don't think he's changed his deck at all. And I'm here for it. T, can you envision a world where David goes undefeated throughout the remainder of the season for the first time ever in SPL history?
Since it hasn't happened in SPL history, it's hard for me to imagine. But I mean, if he keeps playing the way that he is, it's likely bound to happen. The only question is who can stop him.
I mean, realistically, I think the big thing, and not saying that David doesn't deserve the recognition that he gets, because I mean, clearly being able to go undefeated, only playing once at a local per week is something. But I feel like because Hammerhead's decline in attendance, you don't see as many people there, so you're not getting his challenge as much. But I think the flip side of that argument is that David went undefeated at the kickoff, where the majority of the trainers from SPL Live showed up there. So I feel like it's one of those things where he has been tested, but has he been tested enough, right? If you had a checklist of all the things that that he's been able to accomplish, can you put on there consistent challenges from the player base at Hammerhead? And I think that's just a challenge for all of us to start heading out there more on Fridays and Mondays to really kind of push back and see what we can get away with by playing David. Now, with David being undefeated and the trainer with 36 points, we do have somebody else that's sitting in first place, and that's Dylan Brandau with 39 points, but he has a slightly worse record of 14-2-0. Do you think that if both David and Dylan continue on this pace that they're heading towards, right, being the two primary people, that this is going to blossom into a rivalry similar to Mike Moreno and Andrew Saldana from season 2?
I think so. With Dylan, pulling ahead with that trainer battle, I think it'll entice David to kind of just dip his toes into the water, into trainer battling, see what he can get out of it. And who knows? Maybe we'll see them try to trainer battle for who gets first. Yeah,
so I know we've had talks about this prior to the show and everything like that. I think I'm going to change my mind on this, and I'm going to say no. The only reason why I say that is this. The trainer battle that happened in season 2 between Mike and Saldana was so organic, right? It was just two players that were going at it. Mike was the most dominant player for for a good portion of that season, but Andrew maintained a consistency that was unheard of, also winning the majority of his trainer battles. The trainer battle trophy should be named after Andrew how good he was when trainer battles were first introduced. And the fact that the matter is that they were able to challenge each other for this rivalry went down to the end of the season, last day of the season. Before playoffs at CCC, Mike and Andrew, I think Andrew was still winning at that point, or leading at that point, and they challenged each other to, when trainer battles were a little bit more organic from that standpoint, they challenged each other. Mike wound up being able to win heading into the local, and then winning the local. Me and T backed our way into the playoffs. But wheezing. But with that being said, it was something that you felt that excitement, because there was the challenge happened in the group chat leading up to that week. We were all like, oh dang, these guys are actually going to trainer battle for first place. And I feel like that potential is gone a little bit, because if they never get paired up in a local, they're not going to really have that chance to do what they did.
I'm telling you, the story writes itself. It's gonna happen.
I mean, we're gonna see. I just feel like that's gonna be the point. That's my thing. Is I feel like that's the thing that we lost with the change of the trainer battles. But I understand the need to change them. I just feel like these types of rivalries and the going back and forth and things like that, it's going to be more based off of who can be the more consistent trainer, not the head-to-head competition that we got to see from Mike and Andrew back in season 2. That's just my take on it.
True.
Now, after the break, a trainer that many people believed has been washed had a week for the ages, earning 12 points and leapfrogging back into the top 14. Was this just a flash in the pan, or is Mike Moreno setting himself up for an epic comeback this season? Next on SPL Live. All right, everybody, welcome back to the show. Mike Moreno, 3-0-0, 9 points plus 3 more from a trainer battle that he won against Zeke. Moreno's doing his best to prove all of his doubters wrong. Kind of give you a quote from something that we talked about earlier this week with Mike. Yes, my gout is from a buildup of too much uric acid, or sometimes because my kidneys just don't filter out enough of it. My body is doing its best to make sure that I'm able to go to locals, and that's all that matters. Right, so I mean, you hear it from Mike. T, what's your take? What did Mike prove this with this past week's performance?
A lot, actually. I think Mike proved that trainer battles are kind of going to be the way that people can, put themselves ahead of the rest of the pack, as well as he got 9 points on top of the 3 that he won. So just being very consistent. He has, the week that he didn't show up. So he could have been further ahead had he shown up one of the weeks. I'm just saying he's not out of there. He's definitely pushing past most players.
I feel like you're spot on with the fact that trainer battles are going to be something that's going to be important for all of the trainers heading into the second half of the season. It's the way that we're going to be able to pull apart from each other and really set a tone for anybody that's coming to sit down with us every week. Maybe trying to get those extra points and put that wager on ourselves. So I definitely agree with that. As far as Mike missing that first week, I mean, there was a handful of us that missed a lot of the first couple weeks. And even these past few weeks, we've actually had people that have been reaching out asking about the drop weeks and stuff like that. So I mean, we could say that because he missed that week, Mike could be much more further ahead. But we can also say that about a lot of other traders. So I think right now with where we're at, and I know, I have a lot of respect for Mike. What he did during season 2 was incredible. And I mean, even then, since the first start of this, or the first start of SPL, Mike has always been one of the better trainers that we've had play every season. So that I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm just saying to go, oh yeah, Mike, Mike's only in this spot, right, 11th, because he missed the week. Well, there was other people. Isaac just missed a week, right? So Isaac could potentially have been much higher than where he is, but he's sitting there tied with Mike at 25 points. So I don't disagree with the trainer battles and Mike's usage of them, showing other people that there are other ways to earn points. But I do disagree with the fact that I think Mike is right where he's at, because that's where he's at right now. Just like similar to last season, this is where he is. This is what he's going to be at. That's just my take. I feel like, we kind of have our disagreement.
Sitting with Mike's only hater.
Why? There's not a group of us. We meet every Thursday. But I'll say this. With Mike's huge week, I think it's also important that we shed some light on another trainer who had a fabulous week, Audrey Archilla, right? Audrey is somebody that was off the first couple of weeks as they were in Japan visiting family. But since they've been back, 2 back-to-back weeks of 9 points, sitting in 12th place. How are you feeling about Audrey's performance right now?
Audrey had a stellar week this week. Going, 3-0 at one locals, just to come last night and try to point block and go 3-0-1, even leaving in the middle of last round after IDing just to still get first. Phenomenal. Audrey is out for blood. It was nice. It was aggressive, and I really enjoyed it. I want her to keep it up.
Yeah, this is one that both of us can agree on. Audrey, very similar to Mike. I think Mike, of course, has more experience playing the TCG,
Yeah.
but for the most part, Audrey is an incredible player.
Yeah.
And the fact is, coming back from Japan, similar situation. They are where they are. Everybody has missed some time at this point in the season so far, but being able to come back 2 back-to-back weeks, 9 points. They gained an additional 2 points from a trainer battle with Carlo.
Yep.
I mean, the statistics, the production speaks for itself. Audrey is someone not to be trifled with. Trainer battles are definitely high risk with Audrey, but I feel like anytime that you're trainer battling somebody in the top 14, it's high risk, high reward.
Yeah.
You're playing, the upper echelon of our league, but you're also having a shot at being able to knock some of them out, which is definitely something that's important. But no, I definitely agree. Audrey is a shark, and right now she smells that drop of blood in the water, and she is coming for anybody. So just watch out. I feel like this is going to be reminiscent of Andrew from season 2 with trainer battles.
Mm-hmm.
Just stay away from her, and I feel like her and Mike, that's going to be a fun competition at the end of the season to see who wins that trophy.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
But funny enough, Dylan also has a trainer battle one. So technically 2. Technically.
Ooh.
But with that being said, we'll go ahead and take it on over to the next topic after break, which is going to be T's tiers. So I know everybody's excited. Yay! It's getting close to that time again. Come one, come all, to the SPL Mid-Season Showdown hosted by Ultimate Spice Gaming on Saturday, February 3rd at 12 p.m. This is a free tournament for all current SPL members or trainers. The tournament is a best-of-1 Swiss rounds with top cut for the top performers, of course, where the winner will get a custom SPL playmat along with a booster box. Click the link in the description for more details. Now, earlier today, and let me set the stage for everybody. Earlier today, a small group of scientists to world leaders, also a strange guy who really enjoys eating movie theater hot dogs, scrambled together to make the best segment that we could have stolen from a more popular show. It's time for T's Tiers. Take it away, sir.
There's nothing wrong at all with movie theater hot dogs.
Another thing we agree with. Better hot dogs, Sonics, though. But go on.
Ooh.
Sonic chili cheese.
Oh,
Tony?
Gosh. Don't say that right now. All right. For my tiers this week, we switched it up once again. We're going to go by regions. So.
Ooh, it's going to be fun.
Region number 1. In Kalos region. Kalos region is, it was okay, but I wanted more from it. So, in this tier, first tier, we have Alex Gross, Anthony Henderson, Dan Morse, Eli Strauss, Goose, Mercedes, Michael Lestrap, and Z. Once again, don't shoot the messenger. The world leader's playing this one out, not me. Not me. I'm just letting you all know. For the second tier, we have the Alola region. The Alola region, these are the more vibey trainers. We like what they're bringing to the table. We're enjoying what we see. There's some potential here. In this tier, we got Alex Farnlocker, Andrew Saldana, Zeke, Francis Matrillo, Pang, and Caitlin. Don't have to really explain anything there. Aside from Francis, I just miss you.
Fair enough.
That's all. Tier 3, we have the Johto region. We all know what Johto brings to the table. Whitney's Mill Tank, some phenomenal starters. And these are some also phenomenal trainers. Anthony Mariona.
I'm Miltank.
Because he rolls out of every local.
Exactly.
Emmanuel Cruz,
Shut up.
Henry Thompson, Luke Brandau, Nick Gleason, and Terry. Nothing to explain there either, especially Terry. It's my guy. Next, we have the Hoenn region. Now, the Hoenn region, I picked this for, tier 4, just under tier, under the top tier, because it is the region Jirachi comes from, and I'm right, so I win. We have Audrey, Carlo De Castro, Corey Lafferton, Dylan Brando, Francis Batista, Isaac Jung, and Mike Moreno. Great trainers. Just like Jirachi is a great Pokemon. And then last but not least, we have the Kanto region. The cream of the crop. The Reds and the Blues. We have Cody Bishop, David Grivin, Vince Sandoval, and Will Hildebrand. What do you think? How are you feeling?
So there's 3 that are wrong. Other than that, the list is fine. But there's 3 that are a primary problem for me.
Cool.
First, we'll start off with Francis Batista. Love the guy. Francis, love you. But Francis is too high. The fact is, he wins a lot of matches based more off of unpredictability and lack of knowledge than he does just beating somebody. It's like, boom, sucker punch. I'm a better fighter than you. Ha. He's a good player, a very good, solid player. His deck choices tend to be something that a lot of people can learn from, because I feel like he has a really good feel for meta, what our locals produces, and what he can get away with by playing it. Mm-hmm. But I also feel like that shouldn't raise him up higher as a caliber, or to a higher caliber of player than some other people. Doesn't mean I don't love you, Francis. Doesn't mean that I don't think you're great. Just feels like he's up there too high. I feel like he needs to be bumped down maybe to Johto, right? That's where I'm at. Now, when these things were written down, are these written down in order from left to right, or is it just randomly put on? Okay. So
just throw names at a board.
So then Francis, I feel like Francis needs to be bumped down to Johto. Batista needs to go down to Johto. Outside of that, Michael Lestrap, feel like he's a little too low. Now, we're bumping up Francis and giving him, benefit of the doubt, be it that he plays jank decks that are very random, catches people off guard. Lestrap sits in the middle of the pack with everybody. I think he's, once again, 18th, right? Mm-hmm. 18th. He's 6-7-1, which he doesn't have the best record, not by any means. But the fact is, he plays really random things. He catches some people off guard. He's sitting there with 19 points on the season, which isn't nothing terrible. Mm-hmm. I feel like he should be up one level. Not great, but a Lola. That's where I feel like he needs to be at. Now, my last one is Farnlacker. Farnlacker should be up in Johto as well. I played him. He plays off meta stuff. He plays meta stuff. He played Zard. Before that, he was playing the Cloth. And he did well with both. He's doing well. He currently sits at 7th with 10 wins, 6 losses, 30 points on the season. I feel like he's somebody that is a little underrated on the tiers list. You and the committee, I felt like, did a really good job with a lot of the other ones. But I feel like those 3 right there, 2 need to be bumped up 1 tier each. 1 needs to come down. And I feel like at that point, tier's not bad. Yeah, not bad at all. But that's my 2 cents.
You're wrong. Now, for Francis Batista, I understand where you're coming from with the comparison between him and Michael, but you got to look at it. Francis has a positive record right now. He's at, 8 wins? What is that? 8 wins, 4 losses, 3 ties. That's a positive record in comparison to 6 and 7.
I don't disagree with that. Not saying that he needs to be up at Francis's level, but he is a tick below him. And I say that, be it that you take a couple of those losses and add them over to either the ties or the wins, mm-hmm. and their record is very similar. They play a similar style.
Fair enough.
And I know you don't believe in styles.
Not at all.
I don't believe in styles, and I don't believe in deck choice. No, they play a similar style. They play off-the-wall stuff. that surprises people, that gives them an advantage, that helps them out. Not a bad thing. Definitely not a bad thing.
Sometimes really bad.
But sometimes it can be. But for the most part, it's something where they're not too far off from each other, yet we have one all the way in the lowest tier and one second from the second, or the second from the top. So that's just, like I said, but I'll let you finish going.
All right. Next, Farm Locker. Farm Locker is just here because, I like the vibe he brings. I see potential in him, but I haven't seen enough to just put him in Johto.
Because he's very new.
He's really new. He's only 7 tournaments in.
He's doing really well.
He is. And
this is the type of stuff that makes people go back, man, local sucks.
Right?
It's like, I could have stayed playing online and got more challenges than this.
Right?
Shut up, Alex.
But no, he's only 7 tournaments in. I'm liking what he's bringing to the table so far, but I haven't seen, what I've wanted to see to put him higher.
All right.
That's all.
Okay. Well, we'll go ahead and wrap this up. Coming up next, we have T's weekly trainer medals. So stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone, and please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the video and the channel. I did the math, and we only need 233,999,934 more subscribers to catch up to Mr. Beast. So all hands on decks. Call your friends, call your family, partners, have your dog subscribe. Whatever you need to do. We're gonna catch Mr. Beast.
Yep.
That's a guarantee. But besides that, it's medals time. T.
All right. Bronze medal of the week. We got Audrey. Once again, Audrey won 2 tournaments this week. Came for blood, trying to point block other players. Again, it was an aggressive move, and I really enjoyed it. This is what I expected from Audrey, so I just want you to keep it up. And you're making us proud. You're making us proud here. Bronze medal for this week. Silver medal. Now, I tried to give him the gold, but someone did his thing, but better. So, this week, the silver medal, Mike Moreno. Mike Moreno, 12 points this week. Went 3-0 and won a trainer battle. Like I said, this is something I expect from Mike. Not because we're friends, but because he is an exceptional player. So silver medal for this week. Keep it up. Keep it going, because I know you can go far. But our gold medal for this week, Dylan Brandow. Woo! Dylan, you are sitting at the top of the mountain right now. 39 points. Got 12 points this week, and it puts you ahead to first place. I'm really proud of you. This is the best he has done in any SPL season.
Very true.
So, really excited for him, and I'm ready to see how far he can take this, honestly. So Dylan, you are our gold medalist for this week, and just keep it going.
All right. So to wrap up the show, guys, congratulations to all the medal winners. To wrap up the show, though, Mid-Season Challenge Showdown does take place once again Saturday, February 3rd at 12:30 p.m. at USG. No deck list required or anything like that. Feel free to show up. It's free entry for everybody with a chance to win a booster box and a custom playmat. So click the link in the description for more information. And before we go ahead and log off, it's raffle time. So I'm going to go ahead and post the video of the raffle right now. And congratulations to the winner. We'll go ahead and get you your ETB from what do we get? Paradox Rift. Those are the last ones that we were. Yeah. So you'll have your choice. We'll reach out to you so we can get your information and find out where to meet you. From there, the show is done for today. We'll catch you all again next week, Thursday. But until then, catch you at Locals.
Deuces.
Peace.